Welcome to Cobblecraft, KA0KAO. You seen one of these big green blocks yet? It's a Baofeng, believe it or not. Let's talk about it for a few minutes. This is a model AR-152, if I recall right. And I see it advertised anywhere from starting around 150 bucks on down to, I got mine on sale for 67 on Amazon. I think that was a short-term thing. And I'm like, what the heck? They're claiming some places up to 15 watts. Amazon said 10. I kind of doubt both, but we'll get into that. So, take a check on it.
Channel mode.
Sounds just like the regular Baofeng chick, doesn't it? So, what's anything special about it? Let's find out here. Here's the box that comes in. That's kind of nice. And we got a programming cable. You can program it using Chirp. Just keep in mind that you're going to have to tell it that this is a Baofeng BF8 HP, is it? I'm not sure. TP, I don't remember, but BF8 anyway. Some people say they can program it as a UV5R. I didn't have any luck with that, but go for it, folks. Of course, it has the manual, which you're going to need. If you're used to a Baofeng, you'll notice some of the buttons are missing. There's no AB, there's no VFO channel mode sort of thing. So for those, AB, if I recall right, let's just take a look. AB is, well, that's not it. Exit that. Yeah, you're going to use the exit button right here, and that'll move you between A and B. And then this is a kind of a cool feature. I think it's similar on the UV5R. Just hold this 0 button and it's going to show you the battery life, which is kind of a neat feature. But I think they all do that. And VFO, gosh, how is that done?
Frequency mode.
Oh, I had the right one. You do. You push the menu button, but you hold it instead of just tapping it. And that'll get you from VFO to channel mode. So, for what that's worth. And, of course, it comes with a nice antenna. An antenna is pretty big. Now, you'll see that I purchased an aftermarket antenna for these. If you're used to handhelds, I'll tell you there's nothing you can do to upgrade them better than a new antenna. The little rubber duck that comes with a typical UV5R is pretty much crap. Now, this is a Nagoya 771, which is about one of the cheaper but better antennas you can use on one of these. We'll talk more about that. This guy actually turned out pretty good. Before I get into telling you about it, though, let me show you this. This comes with a little charging cable. You may be used to setting it in a stand to charge it. This does not have that option. There's the bottom of that radio. You can take the battery off, of course, but there's not much to it. Big, heavy block. What you're going to do instead is charge it through this little port using this wall wart. So, let's see here. We do not have a belt clip. Of course, a big brick like this, I don't want a belt clip. It comes with a CD, DVD, whatever that is. Who has one of those on their computer anymore? Good night. I don't think that happens. So, what do we know about this? I'll tell you what, I was kind of impressed with this little rubber duck antenna. I got some numbers here for you, as a matter of fact. If you're into SWR readings, I use my little nano to check the SWR on each of these. And this little rubber duck that came on the AR-152 is, for GMRS, 3.2 SWR, which is total crap. You know, the lower the number, the better. If I'm working with high frequency, I want it at 1:1 or maybe as high as 1:3. But for handhelds, you just don't have that option. Usually the rubber ducks are pretty crap. But this one, not bad. On 440, if you're a ham, 2.8. That's pretty decent. On 2 meter, it was really bad. 6.5. Now this guy, what is this thing? HYS. It's the TC771D, so you can bend it and stuff. It's pretty cool. This thing, I was really impressed. On 2 meter, 2.8. 440, 2.6. But up here in GMRS, it's clear up at 5. But that just still didn't stop me from being able to hit our local repeater from 6 miles away, so I can't complain. Just so you have something to compare it to, this is kind of the standard here, the Nagoya 771. People are frequently switching to this guy as an upgrade, and it had a 8.2 on GMRS, but it works fine. I mean, it's sending out a lot of watts, so you're not going to burn things up too quick. Anyway, 440, 5.2, 2 meter, 4.7. If you're not into numbers, well, we'll get past that. So, I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, I don't need this radio. But there are people who like to do role-playing and stuff like that. And this is a pretty decent knockoff of a military radio. I think, yeah, I can't remember the model number, but it's a Harris. You can look up Harris radios, and there's one that looks a lot like this. I think they're trying to knock it off, and that's fine. Good for you. If you like that sort of thing, then here you go. If you like a bigger radio, here you go. But I question whether it's 8 watts. I mean, 10 watts. It's advertised at 10 watts. I doubt that. I've seen some reviews already. You can find them out there where they put it on a watt meter, and they weren't even getting 8 watts. So I don't know what this one does. It manages to do what I want it to do. And I like the fact that it's got a 2.8 SWR on 2 meter, because I'm going to plan on using it more for MERS. I like to go hiking with my son and my youngest guy, and one of the things we've been struggling with sometimes is GMRS, because where we're at in Iowa, there's a lot of line of sight is not always available. So up and down on the hills and bluffs of eastern Iowa, we're hoping that this will work a little better using MERS as opposed to GMRS. But you play with your own ideas there as far as these radios are concerned. It's a big sucker. This is the UV5RTP, and I have the extended battery on it. Otherwise, it'd be about yay big. Compare that. Oh my goodness. 1, 2. It's about twice as big as the UV5R. I love the fact that these little Baofengs are so small and easy to clip to your belt, or I carry it often on my backpack. It's just a handy thing. This guy, yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I've got my chest rig on, I could throw it in a pocket, but I don't need that extra weight. So maybe I'll hand it to my boy, let him play with it. At any rate, I would not say that don't get it, but I would say don't get it if you think it's going to be 10, 15 watts. But if you're looking for a big radio and maybe the role-playing aspect of it, then have some fun. Meanwhile, let's hear what you have to say about it in the comments if you've gotten one. KA0, KAO, and I'll be clear.